Hi, my name's Muir Morton, and I live in Black Isle, currently in Kilbokie. I am originally from Dingwall. I went to Dingwall Academy as a pupil, spent 6 years there. Previous to that, I was at Dingwall Primary, went to university for 4 years, and then was fortunate enough to return back to Dingwall Academy as a probation PE teacher. So it turned out quite lucky for me. I'm currently at Fort Rose Academy. I have been there for about 7.5 years, believe it or not. The time has just flown by. I'm the faculty head of health, which is a combination of PE, home economics, and health and well-being. On a day-to-day basis in school, it's extremely busy, as I'm sure a lot of you will know about teachers. We're determined by a 50-minute period bell, so it's very sectioned our day, and it passes very quickly, particularly when you've got the day-to-day tasks and you've got teaching, extracurricular work, planning, marking, risk assessments, evolves, various different meetings to go to, phone calls, IT, which is very, very important now. So there's lots of things that happen in a school day, and that hence the reason that's why the term passes so quickly. It seems like a long time. It seems like things are in the distance, but it soon quickly comes round. Hence the reason we get such good holidays, because we need them. Over the last, I've been teaching now for 17, 18 years, and in that time I've managed to pick up a range of different CPD opportunities, acquired various different skills, qualifications. Highland Council put on a fantastic in-house programme that you can apply for different courses over the course of the year. There's also courses out with through Education Scotland, SQA, professional companies that you can apply for, to add to your your CV, if you like. And that's really important to think, even when you qualify either from university or college, or you finish school. I think it's really important to realise that's not the end of the learning. Learning is a kind of journey, if you like, and it's almost like there's no, in my opinion, there's no real destination. It's just about continuing to build on your knowledge, learn new things, which allows you to look at things differently. The more knowledge and experiences that you acquire over time, it gives you different ways of being creative and solving problems. So I think it's really important that you continue to learn, no matter what stage of life you're at. And that's important as a teacher as well, because I think it helps to model the example of learning for pupils, for colleagues, for people that you help on a day-to-day basis or try and support on a day-to-day basis. I know I certainly like to read as well, which is a great way of picking up new information. I'd like to get the time to do a bit more of that, but certainly try my best as much as I can. I've been faculty head, as I said, for about 7 years, so it took me a few years to get to that stage, obviously. I was teaching at Dingwall Academy for about 10 years, had a little stint as acting faculty head there, and then got the permanent job at Fort Rose Academy. My next step is to possibly move to depute. I have had a couple of depute interviews in the last year or two, so that would be my next step, but there might be other things that I'll look at that maybe not necessarily be in the pathway of in school. There might be some development roles that come about, maybe seconded posts that might interest me, and that's the beauty of teaching. You can kind of keep your options open, because the range of skills and qualities that you learn, you develop, you embrace, you find out, you try and progress, can open doors into different other areas and fields for that. Okay. When I was younger, my initial interests and passions lay in activity, in sport, in helping, and really it was all underpinned. My main kind of reason for doing things, my why, if you like, was trying to help people as much as I possibly could and still want to. That's kind of really what drives me. And then I'm fairly active, not as active as what I once was, but I love taking part in sport, in activity. Used to do a little bit of football, but my main passion now is golf. Like getting out and about with my family. I've got 2 young kids that keep me very active. So that was another kind of driver for me getting into being a PE teacher. But really it was all underpinned by the feeling of I want to try and help people as much as I possibly can, support them. And that's not just pupils, but colleagues, work colleagues, friends, family, just to help people as much as I possibly can is what's led me to where I currently am and will probably guide me in years to come. It's obviously a very difficult time for us all at this moment, challenging, a bit surreal. The work that is going on across this area and across the globe, the country and the globe, is phenomenal, and the work that the key workers, essential workers are doing at this moment to keep us safe and healthy is just unbelievable. And we really do owe them a huge debt of thanks. It's been challenging as a teacher at this time. We've had to come up with new ways of engaging pupils, new ways of doing things, trying to get the balance between helping my own children, my own family out, trying to manage the amount of time I'm on a screen is difficult. Keeping some kind of, I think in this time what I've worked out in the last while is that routine is king. If you can keep some kind of routine, prioritise, which is a great skill to have as you get older. Prioritise what you're doing is very, very important at this time. But it's also quite a positive person, quite like being solution focused. I've found that it's a chance to develop new ideas, develop new skills, look at different ways of doing things, streamline how we do things. Communication becomes absolutely imperative at this time, and via various different vehicles, but it's so important. It's rewarding. The job is very, very rewarding, even more so at this time. The levels of respect and pride amongst people for key workers is clear to see right across the nation. It's testing, it's tiring, but it is ultimately extremely rewarding when you get a pupil, a colleague, a friend thanking you or asking for your support, or they have so much trust in you that they ask for something, they would like to find out you can help somebody, even if you can't help, you're just a sounding board for somebody, is really, really rewarding. What I would say is if you are going to consider a career as a teacher, is do it for the right reasons. Find what your reasons are. It might be that you're really passionate about a certain subject. It might be like me that you're really passionate, you're interested in wanting to help people, and it might lead you down a slightly different avenue. But what I would say is really kind of look inwards, reflect what your reasons are for wanting to be a teacher. I think that's really important. If you find that, then that will really help guide you on your pathway into becoming a teacher or somewhere in that field of education. I think maybe some young people fall into the trap of doing what's popular or doing what their friends are doing or what they feel that they're pressured into doing from other sources. I think the most important thing you're doing if you're going to start on a career, particularly in something that's as long as teaching and as demanding and challenging and really rewarding as teaching, there's really big peaks and there's really low lows, if you like, is to make sure that you're clear on your why. Okay, thanks for listening.